I'm on an adventure, and I thought I would take you with me just to help me get through all this shit. I am on my way to Oxford, Mississippi, which is 1 hour away, and I am going there to get a second first opinion about implants and just the health of my gums. You might remember that I went to a dentist because I thought I needed a root canal, and they told me I had bone loss on a tooth. We're not absolutely sure if I need to have just that tooth pulled or 2 teeth. And they sent me to a periodontist who made me wait in the office for an hour and 10 minutes and then just brushed me off. He said he completely forgot about me, and he, just said a few things and then sent me with somebody to get quotes on implants. So I was not happy with that appointment, and I ended up getting a refund. And then I was just going to go have my teeth pulled and decide on a bridge or a partial. But then I was like, I just would like to talk to a periodontist. So they're sending me here now. She has an office in South Haven, which is 10 minutes away, but I would have had to wait way too long. I don't want to be doing this midsummer. I want to get it done. And so I'm going to their, what did I say it's called? Oxford location. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm so nervous. I'm nervous about the drive. I'm going to Oxford to get the consultation, and then I would have the work done in South Haven if they can squeeze me in. I have been stressed about this appointment for so long, and it was supposed to be Thursday. This is a Tuesday. They called me yesterday, Monday, to tell me, to remind me about my appointment. And she said, we have an actual opening tomorrow, which is today, if you'd like to do that instead. And I was like, yes, let's just get this over with. So I went to bed stressed about the fact that I had to wake up early, and I worried so much about that I can't sleep. And so I didn't sleep. I slept a few hours, woke up 5-something, and tossed and turned in my bed miserable for about an hour, and then I just got up. I said I'm just gonna get up. And then and now I'm on the road, and it's an hour drive, and I'm missing work. I stress over everything. You guys know that. I really do. And I have other things stressing me big time, but I don't feel like talking about them right now. There's just no end. There's no end to things that go wrong. And I understand things go wrong, but the thing that sucks for me is I can't let shit go. I can't. And it's just eating away at me. And it's just a really miserable way to live. It is, because I'm just always in agony over things that would not bother other people. I mean, not even in the least, but things bother me. So I just thought that I would, bring the camera. I don't have the one facing out because I was running a little bit late, meaning I wanted to be a half hour early to give me time to get lost, and I ended up leaving with only an extra 15 minutes. So I didn't want to hook up the other camera, and you don't need to see the road. I'm on a very boring highway with trees. It looks a lot like Maine, where I am right now. I like it. A lot of trees, a lot of green. That part I like, and I also like that it doesn't look like Maine in the winter. So I just wanted to fill you in on what I'm doing, and I will chat with you again. I went out Saturday night. Did you know that? I went to watch the band that DERRICK is in. They were playing their first gig at a local bar, restaurant. It ended up looking like a biker bar to me. I mean, there was a lot of motorcycles there, and almost all people my age. So I felt comfortable with that. It wasn't like a bunch of young kids. But I was stressed about it for the first 2 weeks leading up to it because I was going alone, and I thought I'd be sitting with the wives, and I was worried about awkward chit-chat, shit like that. But what ended up happening is Skylar was able to come. She was with her mother that weekend, and she was able to come. So that gave me somebody to walk in with, and I just, felt I was so happy that I was going to have her. And the way it ended up going, I was able to meet the wives, the band, all that stuff. But they never sat at the table. They were just, walking around and chatting with all kinds of people. The place was packed, and there's a big outside area, and that is packed. And one downside is the whole side of that restaurant is garage doors, and they were all open. So everybody who was outside smoking, that smoke was just pouring in. And I was a smoker for many years, but when you stop smoking, at least for me, I don't feel like smelling it. But it was okay. Very breezy. I mean, so breezy that we couldn't put anything on our table because it would just blow away. So, we had the salt and pepper shakers placed in convenient places and all that stuff. So, but Skylar and I were a little disappointed that when the music started, that everybody stood up. So we really couldn't see. I tried to record all kinds of bits and pieces, but I don't even know if I'm going to look at that footage. I tried putting stuff on Derrick's Facebook page, and I would get up and try to record and see if I could see them. And I am so terrible with a phone, and I think I was posting things and not realizing they were posted, and I would post it again and again, and then I finally realized, oh my god, I posted that like 3 times. So I started trying to delete things. So that's pretty much how I spent my night. And Skylar too, she was sad that she couldn't really see. She wanted to record, but we would laugh, we would start recording, and then all of a sudden 2 or 3 big guys would stand like right in front of us. I mean, literally like 2 feet in front of us, because we were at a front table, and it was just we just did what we could. I was just glad to be out with her, and to conquer that big fear of going out. I was comfortable there. Everyone was my age. But I called. I don't know if I mentioned that. I've had to start this over so many times that I don't know what I've told you and what I've cut out. But I called to see if Skylar could go, and it was all ages. And I don't even think I've ever seen that in all my years of clubbing, where we stayed till like almost 11:30, and there were entire families with kids and everything, and kids on the dance floor dancing. And I don't know, anytime that I went someplace, if a child was out, they had like a section. You couldn't go into that section where the dancing was and things like that. I don't know. It was just, it was fun. And I thought, boy, these parents who are drinkers can go out and not have to pay for a sitter. They just bring their kids to the bar. It's better than leaving them in the car, I guess. And, some people do that. They'll just leave their kids in the car while they drink. I have witnessed that. That happened in Maine at one of the clubs I used to go to. Anyway, and they got in trouble for that. I don't think I would be going often if Derrick was playing all just locally, or maybe I would go just for the beginning. But, to me, bars, that was my jam. But that's because I was a drunk. And I used to drink so that I could have fun in a bar. I always said I drank so I could go out. I didn't go out so I could drink. I wanted to go out, and I needed the booze to be the social butterfly I thought I was when I was drunk. And so it's just boring to me if I'm going to be a sober person. But I'm not going to start drinking so I can go out. But it just wouldn't be my thing now. Nothing's my thing anymore. I just want to be home all the time and do nothing. But it was nice to see Derrick. It was nice to meet the guys in the band, and And it was certainly nice to be able to do that with Skylar. I thought it was her first time ever seeing her father on stage, other than rehearsing. But no, I remember he did take her on tour. He reminded me of that. He took her on tour in the tour bus that belongs to the other Derrick in the band, the leader of the band. He has a tour bus, and Derrick took her a few times. And so outdoor festivals and stuff like that. And she just had so much fun. She had a friend with her, and you know, they were able to just sit at the side of the stage, and you know, I remember her feeling super cool doing that. But it was nice to be with her for this. And we left. She got home. I brought her home after to her mother's, and we left. I think it was going on 11:30, and she was at her mom's at midnight, and then I got home at midnight 30, and so that's it. What an incredibly long drive this is. I would be so mad if that that periodontist makes me wait too. I just want to be home. There's no end. I am glad that I have the camera, but I have started over so many times. The editing is going to be a nightmare. And half the times that I started over is because I wasn't sure I was recording. I can't see the red dot. So I told you a whole bunch of shit that you're never even gonna know about. When am I gonna get there? I think I'm getting close. I'm looking for Lamar Boulevard. And I have 2 traffic circles that I have to go through, according to my map. That's not fun for me. Come on, show me something here. Lamar, where are you? I don't know about other people, but when I'm going somewhere and I don't know exactly where, I'm always convinced that I have passed the exit or whatever. And it makes me sick. Like, do I turn around and go back? Because I feel like I have been driving way too long, and I have spent a lot of time talking on this camera, even though you're not going to see all that. And so I feel like maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I feel like I would have noticed the exit. Now I'm very worried because I've been driving an hour and I'm not there yet. And it's supposed to be an hour. I'm so happy. I see Lamar Boulevard a half a mile. I was going to take this exit that I just passed, and I said, I'm going to go one more. And I made the right choice. Okay, here I go. I made it with 9 minutes to spare, so I have to get in there because I have paperwork to do. But she did say that my time of 10:30 included time for paperwork. You might be wondering why I don't just use a GPS, and I can't even begin to explain it to you because I don't have enough time. But I absolutely hate GPS. Hate it. Look how stressed I am just thinking of it. I can get sick to my stomach with the thought of a GPS. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I hate the voice. I hate the waiting for them to say something. It just makes me so incredibly nervous that it makes me sick to my stomach. And I don't even want to be in a car that uses a GPS. I hate it. I do really well with a map, but I pay so much attention to the road that I can go by all kinds of signs and not read them. But generally, I do okay with a map. But I made it without a GPS. I'm so good. They're very nice here, but I feel like I overtalked. I always regret talking to anyone. And they're more expensive than the other place. But I feel like they know what they're talking about. The other periodontist, we even talked about having a space filled with an implant on this side of my mouth that got pulled, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago. I actually have a video not showing it, but talking about it. And she said it's kind of too late for an implant there, unless she's bullshitting. I just never know. That I would have to have it rebuilt before the implants. And they also said that the one that has bone loss on this side, you can't just take a tooth out and put the implant in. And I wondered about that at the other place, because there's significant bone loss. And I'm like, how can they put that post in there? And she said, you know, that has to be a two-step on that tooth. You have to have the like, I'm going to call it putty, put in there. And then you come back in a couple months, and then you have the post put in, and then you go and have your crown put on. So see, the other dentist, I have a feeling, periodontist, I have a feeling they just gave me a quote, and I think there would have been additional charges added, and I don't like stuff like that. Unless they were expecting all those different things. I don't know. She even said that they get people coming here from that other place. And I didn't know the name of it. I couldn't remember, but I knew it was on Get Well in South Haven. And she said, yes, that's what we're talking about. It's the only place in South Haven. So I kind of like knowing that, but yet usually businesses don't say bad things about other businesses. I don't know. I'm torn. I just don't think I want a bridge, because that entails crowns on two other teeth, and those two teeth could get bad. Sometimes just even having crowns put on teeth causes nerve damage because of the trauma of filing those teeth down. That's what happened to a tooth here. The trauma of having my crowns, ended up having to have a root canal. And I don't know. I hate the whole process. It would be 5 months from beginning to end for those implants in this, which will be a 62-year-old body by then. I just don't know if the investment is worth it. I'm looking at like a little over $10,000, and that's for two teeth. I think it was like $11,000 if I included that other one at the other place. I'm gonna go home and think about it one night. I have to make a decision because I can't let this go on. Okay? Now I have to find my way back home. I am so sleepy because I barely slept last night. Now, I get up early many mornings, but when I know I have to get up early, I can't sleep because I know I have to. And I even set 2 alarms. I was up probably 2 hours before those alarms went off. You know, I'm just like that, an odd duck. And I would love to be able to go home and take a nap, but napping doesn't happen for me. Unless I would take a Benadryl or something, and I don't feel like doing that. This is a bumpy road. I should wait until I'm back on 55. Since I'm bored out of my mind, I might as well plug my eBay, go see my eBay. The link is always in the description box. I have a few penny auctions up. 2 of them are kind of new, so still low priced, low bids as of this morning. I don't know how that will be a little later. And I have a lot of stuff, you know, some leftovers from my sales. And I'm hungry because I've been awake for so long. It's about 12:30. I usually don't eat too early. Yeah, sometimes around noon, but a lot of times I don't eat my first meal till like 2 o'clock. Mainly because I just don't feel like cooking. Busy with other stuff. They've got some cool ass trees that we don't have in Maine. They just look so like swampy, but they're just in the middle of everywhere. I think it looks like it might be trees with some kind of vines growing all over them. I don't know. I wish I could show you, but I can't. And there'll be big patches of them, and it's just really cool looking. I really think it's like trees with stuff growing on them and just climbing, and they just look like big I don't know, piles of prehistoric trees. I have no clue what I'm talking about. I'm at a red light. I had to go through 2 traffic circles to get to the periodontist, and I had to go through 3 to get back on 278, which is what I was just on. I can't even imagine the horror I would have suffered if I had a GPS trying to get me through those 3 traffic circles. I am on 55. I'm halfway home. You know, I could have asked Derek to take me this morning, and he would have, but the thing is, I don't want him to have to miss work. He has, you know, scheduled things, and I wanted him to be able to schedule whatever he wanted to schedule and not have to, you know, plan for a whole half day off to bring me here. I still have shit to do, but I can just do it later. I have a schedule that I follow, I always have. And, you know, there's some things that I can skip, but then I have to make them up on Saturday and Sunday. And I don't like to do that. So when I get home, I'm going to eat something, and then I will just get busy making up the shit that I should have been doing all morning. This is taking so long. I can't tolerate shit now that I'm an old lady. I used to not care about stuff. Okay, Derrick will be in Nashville this weekend. I know he is leaving Friday, June 10. This is 2022, in case you're watching in the future. I don't know if they're playing both Friday night and Saturday night, or maybe they're just going to rehearse Friday. I don't know. But anyway, I'll put the info in the description box. I think it's for a CMA festival, something like that. If you live anywhere near Nashville, you can go see them play. The name of the band is Derrick Joseph. That's the other Derrick. And Skylar was going to go, but you have to be 21 to go to that one. So she is not going. So I will be taking care of her this weekend. And that just means that she'll probably want to just hang at her apartment while I work at mine. And you know, things are very different because she's a teenager. I will be going to get her girlfriend so they can be together, probably dropping them off at Walmart, which is their like go-to place that they like to hang out at. And I wanted her to sleep at my place, but she doesn't want to. She wants to be in her own bed, so I told her I would go sleep there. And Derrick's couch is, it's a little too soft and low for me. And so she had the bright idea, which I liked, is that I could sleep on Derrick's bed, which is so high that I pretty much need a little step to get onto his bed because he's a giant and I'm not. And but it's firm, so I will like that. And he's got the TV there that I can have on. I'll bring my laptop, my CPAP machine. So I'll be camping out there 2 nights, Friday night and Saturday night. They come back on Sunday. And so that's it. But if you can go, you know, see Derrick play, meet the band. I'm only 8 miles from home, so happy about that. This is what I would need for a GPS. I let them know how I want to get from point A to point B, and I don't want any talking at all unless I take a wrong turn. And then I would want the voice to softly say, "Don't panic. You took a wrong turn. Pull over and I will tell you what to do next." So I could pull over and then have the GPS say, "You're going to, you know, turn around, go there," and I want them to tell me how to get back on track while I'm not driving. I don't want them to talk to me again unless I go off track again. That would be super cool. I would like that. I'm at a red light. I'm so close to home. I can't wait to be home. I hope I can bring myself to edit some of this, because it's gonna be a hot mess. But maybe I can get all my other stuff done first, and then work on this video. I'll be really mad if I don't end up with a video from this.